I'm Guy.
Hi, I'm Troy.
And this is a Geek Tank special report.
What are we reporting on? Oh, NDK.
I can't see. Oh. Yes. Okay, it's time for us to discuss NDK. Okay, so...
What is NDK?
That's Non-DesCon, which is the premier Japanese animation convention in Denver, Colorado. And it's going to be this...
September 4th.
Through...
Whatever
6th.
September 6th is.
Yes.
I think it falls on the 6th.
Does. So, if you're coming to NDK, we've got a new thing this year. We're in downtown.
First time ever.
First time ever. The thing about downtown is it's a downtown. It's just like any other downtown when you're
Big city,
downtown. So it's crowded. There's going to be, the roads are narrow. There's big, tall buildings. All of the things that we've got.
All these squishy, bloody, bony things walking around that you shouldn't run over.
Don't run over them. So what we're going to do here is we're going to give you a little bit of a primer on how to get to the convention. Because a lot of us, especially those of us that are local, we're used to just driving down there and parking our cars and then walking in. It's not going to be so easy to do that here. So here we go. If you're coming in from the local area, if you live like us do, most of us live in the local area. We're from the Denver metro area.
Being local.
We're going to give you some pointers on how this works.
Well, obviously, you would think, well, maybe the hotel.
Yeah. No, the Sheraton charges $12 for the first hour, and then $6 for each additional hour, for a total of $24 for the day, and $34 per day, and $34 overnight. So that's $68 every 24 hours. Now, that's provided that there's even a space available. There's very few spaces underneath and this is their their primary tower, not that secondary tower, and that's where all the parking is. And it's if there's even a space, and there may not be.
This is the first year in history of NDK that they have sold out of their pre-registration, and so
now you're going to be on site registering, which there are still on-site registration. Of course, there's no cap this year. So this is also a great thing. We don't have a cap. You can buy tickets. We'll be taking you in.
Yep.
So, but the thing is, and this is important, Sheraton's going to be expensive. You can try the valet if you've got the money. The valet is $42 for the complete day and $42 overnight. So,
if you want to save some money, around downtown Denver, there are various public parking spaces, and they range anywhere from $12 a day to $20 a day,
depending
where they're located.
Right.
The drawback to these is you pay when you get there, and if you leave, then you've completed your contract with them, and if you come back again, have to pay again. Right. So if you're just going to leave your car there for the day,
it's not so bad.
Not a bad deal.
Now, there's the Tremont parking garage, which is really close. It's a big building right next to the hotel. They charge $12 for Friday and $6 for Saturday. But the important thing to note is they're closed on Sunday. So if you leave your car in there Sunday, you're going to have to wait till Monday to get the car out. So be aware of the Tremont garage. Also be aware that people will often raise their prices when they know that there's a big event. So this is what it costs today,
yes,
but it may be raised when the convention starts.
Yeah, people go, hey, there's a lot of people, let's raise our rates.
Yeah, so knowing that that's the case, we recommend...
RTD.
Yeah, the light rail.
Stands for Rancid Turtle Dishes. No,
it does. It does. That's exactly what it is. Little turtles turned upside down. It's sad, but true. Anyway, I
think it's a public transportation of some kind.
Regional Transportation District. Anyway, so RTD, we recommend that now. The light rail comes from all over the place, and they're done by regions. So if you can get to a park and ride on the light rail...
Yeah, and if your car is regional, you get the first 24 hours free.
Right.
If you're not regional, it costs you $2 per day.
Well, how do you find out if you're regional?
Well, it just so happens that RTD has this really handy website that we'll be sure to refer to you in multiple places.
It'll be down here somewhere.
And we'll put up some kind of handy page that you can link to look at all of this information again in case we were talking too fast.
We'll probably put it all down here somewhere.
Who knows? And then they have a little program in there that you can access with your phone, or at home. Put in your license plate number, and it'll tell you what region you belong to.
Right. And that's how you figure that out. And then if you're in region, park a car there. It's free. Take the train. So the trains, then, if you're out of region, it costs a little, like $2.
Right.
It's
now, the
really
first
not
24
expensive.
hours is free. You're going to want to move your car, shuffle your car around the lot, or pay the money.
Right,
for that.
which is only $2. That's the best parking option. Now, we also, how much does it cost to get on the train?
It's not just $2 per day because you still
have to get on the train
to get back and forth.
But the trains are $2.25 for a local, so that's $2.25. It's $4 for express, and it's $5 for regional, and that's about 6 stations per zone. So if you're coming in from like 9 Mile, that's probably closer to an express or regional. But if you're coming in from like I-25 and Broadway, it's local. So it's really not that expensive.
Right. So assuming you pay $2 a day for that, then that's $6 for the weekend, and plus another $4.50 for your tickets. That's a really good bargain there.
It's really not a bad price. Now, a lot of you guys probably went to Comic-Con and have gotten kind of used to this procedure. So the way you want to do this is you'll take the probably the H into town, and then you're going to transfer at 16th Street Mall and take the mall bus in,
Which is free.
So, that's what you want to probably do is do that. We'll also include a link to the map of the light rail line with all the other things that we're putting down there. We have a lot of things down there. We need to clean that up.
That's why I was thinking you should just move it somewhere else.
Well, I was going to, but then it got busy and, things happened. Life happened. I don't move stuff that much. So anyway, let's just say then you're not local. You're coming in from out of town. So you're flying in and your arms are getting really tired. So
you land at DIA. Denver International Airport.
And let's look at some of those options.
Sure. How do you get from there to the convention without walking and taking like a really long time to walk?
Or camel. Don't take camels. Our camels really aren't that good.
Horses are better.
Our horses are better. And, well, if you were going to go from DIA, it's about $80 to take a taxi. So that's probably not your world's best bet. The taxis are all on the 5th floor, though, if you're on level 5, and you can just walk out level 5, and they're lined up. They're all about this kind of stuff.
I've rented cars cheaper than that.
I know. There are car rentals, too. But then again, you have to
pay for parking.
And we're back to
double whammy.
Double whammy. So don't rent a car. If you want to take Uber or Lyft, Uber comes up at about $45 to $55, and Lyft is $35 to $40.
If you're not familiar with those, you want to check them out. And that's Lyft with a Y.
Lyft. And Uber is Uber.
No umlaut.
And so, other than that, your best option is to take the Skyride, which is also RTD. And that is the one you want to take is the AF bus, which you can remember it by
Anime Fun.
Take the Anime Fun bus, the AF, from the airport to Union Station. At Union Station, you'll transfer to the mall ride, which is free. And then you'll be there at the Tremont. You get off at the Tremont exit or at the Tremont exit. Just go to the Tremont exit because I can't remember. Court! It's the court exit. And then you'll be on the hotels on your right. So that costs about $11. And they'll help you with your luggage. So
now, I'd recommend if they are helping you with your luggage, it is a nice etiquette to tip them between $1 $2 per bag.
Right.
Because they are getting out of their seat, coming over, helping you load up everything.
Your Totoro costume.
Yes, your big giant Gundam pieces.
These are all important. So that's pretty much the best way to do that. Now, there is another option for getting into the hotel.
Yep. If you happen to know somebody with a vehicle that lives locally, ask them if they'll give you a lift and drop you off down there.
Right.
And then you could then, based on your budget, maybe tip them, buy them a pizza, give them a few bucks for gas.
Just no hamburgers without pickles, because then you'll owe them your house.
Yep. And there goes the mortgage.
Yeah. It just sucks.
But it's if you can have someone drop you off, then you don't have to worry about parking, don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
Right. So, that's the best option. If you can get a ride in, do it. Now, if all of those other things fail, there is one final option, but we don't recommend it.
Yeah.
Because and that is
it's extremely expensive, extremely dangerous, could cost your life, could cost you limbs, and you could just halo jump.
Yeah, you could halo jump. Now, a lot of the airlines don't take kindly to you getting on them and then opening a door mid-flight and jumping out. So you'll need to ask the airlines first if it's okay to halo jump from an aircraft. Southwest is probably your best option.
They seem to be, they give you the free baggage, so you don't have to pay baggage fees. They probably don't have a halo jump fee, but because they're under a lot of pressure, I doubt they're going to let you do that.
Yeah, it's usually a timing issue. They don't like the idea of you opening the door because then they have to have the stewardesses help you. It depressurizes the cabin. All those things fall from the ceiling. So be aware if you're halo jumping, there could be problems. Probably. So there you go. That's how to get to NDK. We look forward to seeing you there.
And congratulations on having excellent taste in deciding to come to one of the best conventions that has anime.
Agreed.
That I've ever heard of, I guess.
It's a wonderful thing. So we'll see you there. Look for us in the green jerseys. Geek Tank will be there.
We'll be in the green jerseys, not you.
Yeah, you can come in the green jerseys if you want, but that's a little bit more complicated.
Okay.
I've been Guy.
I have been Troy.
And this is Geek Tank.
Put your red shirt on and a brown coat too. Everybody's joining the crew. You got just one ring that'll rule them all. Hoopy fruit, remember your towel. Get your Uru hammers and your needler guns. A sonic screwdriver or a sword +1. Use Valerian steel if it'll get you to come to the Geek Tank. To the Geek Tank, the Rocky Mountain Geek Tank.